Hey, what's up? It's Andy. Welcome to the Twin Flame Game Series. And today we're going to talk about, are you supposed to be with your twin? Are you guys supposed to be together? Um, you know, or is he just supposed to activate you? And why do sometimes people choose soulmates or to be alone and not have their twin, right? Because you're like, why would you not want to be with your twin? But of course, yes, you are supposed to be with your twin, and you will be. You will be. In the beginning, what happens is God gives you a preview of what a divine love. So like when you met him, you had that unconditional love. You know, you guys were best friends. You had the best talks and like the best sex, and it was just like mwah, perfect, right? And then boom, it gets taken, and you're just like, fuck. You know, like, why? You know, you're a victim still because you still are in your ego. So you think that, oh, but our relationship was perfect. So we could, like, you believe that with your abandonment issues and your trust issues and your insecurities that you can hold a relationship like that. You believe that. And you start to get on this path, right? And you're still like, but why am I going through this? Like, he's the one that fucked it up. Because you think that you're still in your ego. So you think that, you know, you didn't do anything wrong. You think that you're good. But as the traumas start to come out and you start to alchemize and you know, you start to realize that God and your twin are protecting your relationship because both egos have to die in order to get that love back, right? So look, there's like two types of awakeners here, you know, enlightened beings. So there's like the one that, you know, they're just like, they live pretty normal lives and you know, they probably went to church and whatever, and like they're just like slowly drawn, like, okay, I'm gonna read Eckhart Tolle, and you know, they're slowly drawn and they're just awakened that way, right? And they meet a soulmate and they live these amazing lives. And then there's people like you and me and your twin who had low vibrational toxic behaviors, patterns, addictions, and most likely fucked up relationships. So most likely you were seeking a relationship to complete you, to make you happy. So you were always looking for somebody to make you happy. So when you met your twin, it was the happiest you've ever been, right? So you felt like, I get him back, I'll be happy. I will be happy. So that is the type of awakening that people like us need, because that gives you an incentive. You'll do anything for love to get that back, because then you'll be happy. And we choose these lives like that so that we can live these savage ones, awaken, and then help all the people that are living these lives like we used to out of it. You know, to help humanity, you know, we chose this. This was a contract we made between you, your twin, and the divine. And so, I mean, you gotta beast it out. You chose this shit. Don't forget that, you know. Don't forget that this was, you know, this was your contract. So like, handle it, you know. So you start to believe, you start to understand that there's no way in hell you could possibly hold that type of relationship, you know, with those behaviors. And so as you come into inner union, and then your twin starts to go through their ego death, you have this patience because you're like, man, it took me a long time to get rid of all mine. And so you see them getting rid of theirs, and you don't want them to rush in, because you know now that, first of all, you're not going to take no shit. So anything low vibrational, it doesn't even resonate with you anymore. I mean, nothing. No friends, nothing. No shit. So either from your twin either. So you literally will not take anything. So your boundaries are just up here. So you're willing to wait for their ego to die so that you can have that again, because if it came too soon, it would not be able to hold. It wouldn't be able to hold. So you just start to understand why it happened. And you know, the divine God universe is never going to give you a beautiful preview of what a life that you dream of could be like if it wasn't meant for you. It's meant for you. It's meant for you. It's already in your energy field. You just have to elevate yourself onto that timeline and keep going within. Keep going within. And the more you get rid of that ego, the higher you're going to come up, and then you'll be able to have that beautiful thing you had in the beginning. You know, that's what's for you. God wants that for you. You know, if it, you know, in the beginning. So what in the earlier stages, like the earlier waves, some of the twins, the males that weren't awakening, the masculines. It was more of just to activate the feminine. And so I could see why you wouldn't want, they would still have low vibrational behaviors, and I wouldn't want to be with them either. You wouldn't want to be with them. So I could see why you would choose a soulmate or something like that. And also sometimes twins come back, right? But they still got some patterns because you're not all the way here. Or their ego just hasn't died and they just came back already. And so you're just balancing that way, and that's just the way you guys chose. But I'm willing to wait until my twin's ego is completely dead, because I'm patient now. I don't need the validation anymore from him. I don't need it from anybody. You don't. And that's the most amazing part of this all, is like, it's not just the twin that you lose your ego for. I mean, it's everything. Nothing bothers you anymore. Nothing. There's no, and it's a little weird because even like your twin, even the excitement of your twin is not even there. And sometimes you're like, man, do I have any feelings at all? But you're just so grounded all the time that there's no more of this. You know, it's like, oh, someone got in a car accident. And you're like, instead of being like, oh my God, are they okay? You're like, oh, are they all right? Not yet. Okay. You know, it's a whole different way of living, and it's awesome. It's fucking awesome. So, you're going to be with your twin. You are. It's meant for you. God wants that for you. So, get rid of that fucking ego. All right. All right, let's get rid of those egos. Let's lose our mind, right? Let's lose our mind, because we already were our whole lives anyway. So that's what people thought, but actually we're here to lose our fucking minds now. Okay.